Hello, one and all. Welcome back. This is Aluminum Tarot. Thanks so much for joining us for this reading. We're going to read into the month of January 2025 for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And for this, it's already 2025. My goodness, how time flies when you're having fun or when you're dealing with a lot of stuff as an adult. So, um, we're in a new year. So, hopefully, this is a new cycle where we can actually make some progress and that we can overcome some of the challenges of 2024, which were massive at the time. I'm going to go ahead and just kick things off, keep this a bit short because I'm running low on time, but I'll try to get into the nitty gritty details of Scorpio's reading. So if you like what you see here, as always, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, ding that notification bell so that you don't miss any updates from future postings. And also, if you'd like a personal reading with me, one that is in tune with your specific energies and not those of the collective, feel free to reach out to me at the information in the description box below. That said, let's get started. Going with Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. What's happening with Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Okay, let's get it going. Scorpio, what's your current energy? King of Wands in the reverse. What is the current challenge? Nine of Swords in the reverse. What happened in the recent past? What's happening in the near future? So a lot of these just came out for Gemini, so I guess you may have some Gemini in your chart. Is that the core? What's at the crown? What is the penultimate outcome for this reading? Not too bad. Cool. So what we have here is the Page of Wands in the reverse. This can sometimes indicate false start. It can sometimes indicate immaturity as well in dealing with something in a specific way. The Page of Wands normally starts out their journey looking towards the future with brightness and optimism. But in this particular reading, it seems like there's almost like a loss of that passion and that spark to do so. So you may have been dealing with something that's very exhausting and draining over the past few months, years, whatever. And now you're trying to find your North Star once again. You're trying to find the, you know, energetic wherewithal in order to move forward and to start and embark on this journey. Whatever it is that you have your eyes set on, it may be difficult for you to get the courage to get up and get the ball rolling for yourself or the energy to do that. Pulling an oracle card message for Scorpio. Hold your vision. We'll get into that in a second. So what we're going to talk about first, we have the King of Wands in the reverse and the Nine of Swords in the reverse. So King of Wands in the reverse indicates someone who lacks the courage and the acumen in order to command and get things moving for themselves. Maybe you have taken on a project in which you needed to take the lead in something, and that's making you feel a little bit nervous. Perhaps you have been dealing with a lot of things, trying to be at you know, the helm of your passions or the helm of the things that you're trying to achieve. And it's becoming a bit overwhelming. So now you're losing your confidence and faith that you'll be able to see those things through. Sometimes the King of Wands can show a lack of mastery or a difficulty in directing your energies towards the way they need to. For some people, this can be being a player in the romantic field where you're just smashing it with a bunch of people and not really doing anything other than throwing caution to the wind. Um, we're not going to get into the conversation about Lila Phillips on that one, but you get the idea. Not saying that you're Lila Phillips at all, but we're going to also look at the Nine of Swords as the challenge for all of this. And since it's in the reverse, as the challenge, what you're being asked to do is to overcome the mental anguish that is associated with trying to get this thing off the ground or to move forward in life, and to take command of what's going on with whatever the challenge is for you in your life. Nine of Swords in the reverse as the challenge or as the obstacle normally shows that it's difficult for you to stop focusing on or obsessing over something that did not feel good in the past. So looking, to the past as we talk about it, we have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, and then we have the Hierophant in the reverse. And it's asking, I'll just be honest with you because that's what's showing up. Did you do the work in order to learn the lessons from whatever took place in the past? Maybe you're trying to search for the meaning of the experiences that you went through. So if you went through a heartbreak, for example, you're trying to understand why that needed to happen. And Rich Lop is very good about explaining to people that in order for you to heal, you need to first contemplate what took place and then sit with it and understand the lessons, so that way you can you can express gratitude for the things that happened to you, no matter how difficult or painful it may be. And with that going on, you know this could also show, for the Hierophant in the reverse, there was a dissolution of a marriage that you just stopped putting work into. So if you've recently become divorced, that would also show, you know, clearly what's going on with the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse and the Hierophant in the reverse. Did this person go through a divorce? Upright, yes. Reverse, no. Well, upright, yes. So if you're a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, you divorced a masculine or potentially a husband. Gonna leave it at that. But you may have felt that this person was a bit domineering and controlling. You wanted to have your freedom to go out and do what it was that you wanted to do with your life, and carry on as as necessary. With the Seven of Pentacles in the near future, you're trying to figure out exactly how to invest. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles. So Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So that eighth pentacle that you need to get started, the work that you stopped in the past, you're trying to figure out how to get it started in the future. You need one more pentacle from the Seven of Pentacles, which can show all of your investments in everything that you've accumulated thus far. But with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, it's going to feel like you feel almost like you're stuck where you are. You're not really sure where to put that eighth pentacle before you start getting to work. That's the energy that I'm getting from this whole reading here. We look towards the core of what's going on, and we have the Eight of Wands. And let's look at what's going on here. There's there are a lot of cards trying to come out. I can just put them to the side just to see if I can read them in succession. So you have the Eight of Wands followed by the Five of Swords, or clarified by the Five of Swords, the Seven of Swords in the reverse, the Eight of Wands in the reverse, Six of Cups in the reverse. So what? And the Judgment keeps wanting to poke itself out. No pun intended, because it is actually, Gabriel's trumpet poking itself out of the clouds. So there was a false start. There was the abrupt ending to something that you felt passionate about. The reason for this was there was a lot of fighting. There was a lot of deception things coming out. There could have been infidelity is what's popping into my head. A lack of clarity on what your goals and ambitions were together. Surreptitious behaviors, which could have sabotaged the relationship also. This then led to a closing off of communication between the two of you, and then bitter feelings about what took place in the past. That's what all of these cards together seem like they're trying to read as a clarifier for the Ace of Wands in the reverse. So it's like you've just lost the passion. You're just like, I'm fucking done. I'm so tired of this. When is it going to be a chance or a time for me to receive my judgment in which I can feel better about the path that I've taken in my life? Do I need someone to help come in and replace, what I lost in the past, or do I just go on this on my own? Um, the reason why I say that is because you have the Empress, and it fell out on its side. And for some reason, I'm getting at the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Wands in the reverse, which also continues the saga of a dissolution of a family situation. With the Empress in its side, clarify the Empress on its side, clarify the Empress on its side. So the Queen of Pentacles and the High Priestess in the reverse. What this is talking about, you're not sure exactly what to nurture next. The High Priestess in the reverse means that you're a bit cut off from your intuition in this particular case, and you're trying to wait for that to reveal itself to you, what to do with all of the resources that you've got now and the direction that you wish to take in your life. Queen of Pentacles nurtures something. They're the complement, the female complement to the King of Pentacles, which is the male energy of manifesting that in the material world. Queen of Pentacles just states that. It's almost like a form of Empress energy in the court cards. So you would have the Nine of Pentacles as the Empress energy in the minor arcana, Queen of Pentacles in the major arcana, in the court cards, and then in the major arcana, you would have the Empress. So ironically, that's kind of following in succession to clarify the Empress here, which is like, do I really know what I want to put my energy and efforts into? Do I know my worth and my value that's going to be necessary for me to um, make this happen? Can I make a life outside of the dissolution of this relationship or this connection that I've had to someone else? And do I have what it takes to be a success outside of what I've identified with for so long, where I've found my value and my worth for a long period of time? So you're going to find that out in due course. You have the Ace of Pentacles also on its side. What about the Ace of Pentacles? What I get here, clarifying the Ace of Pentacles, is like before you get started, because it seems like something is trying to hand you that new pentacle, which is going to allow you to get back to work on your life, but without the person from the past. And you're just trying to understand where that pentacle is going to come from and how you're going to apply it to the new investment that you have for your life. So currently, you may be feeling stuck with where you are now. You're not really sure which direction to move into, but then you're going to boss up the Queen of Wands energy and then start learning new things, doing your research on how best to apply your new life. So, say, for example, you lost a job, someone kicked you out of your company, and now you are faced with the task of finding out where to go next. That's how it can manifest in one way. You have experienced a divorce, you've got a settlement between yourself and your significant other, and now you're moving into, what do I do next? How do I invest what I've got now, which is a limited amount of resources, into something that's going to grow over time into this Empress energy? So it doesn't feel like it's growing or expanding, but that number three, that is indicative of the Empress. But what you're trying to do is to figure out where that growth is going to take place first, then set your target with the Queen of Wands, move towards it, and then go after it. That's what I'm getting from here. And what it says here in the Oracle deck, it says to hold your vision. And what this tells us is that it's a fixed moon. What this shows is that it could go either way. There's the light and there's the dark as well. I was born under a fixed moon, so what this talks about is an intensity of energy. And I was actually born on a Monday, moon day, lunar day, which with this fixed moon energy, it shows that, things can go really well or really poorly, depending on how you choose and what you do with it. So I think that's one of the reasons why you're trying to contemplate a bit and understand how to put those energies forward to make them count the most, rather than doing something and then regretting it later that you didn't invest properly or that you didn't give it the effort that you could have given it. Because you're on your own now. You're no longer having a person like an emperor guiding and directing you. It's just you, the Scorpio, moving forward with your life on your own. And that's going to take that courage and bravery that you need. So, once again, this is Aluminum Tarot. That's pretty much the message I've got for you for now. Good luck for you in January. If you like what you see here, please be sure to give a like, share, subscribe, ding that notification bell so that you don't miss any updates for future postings. Also, if you like a personal reading with me, one that is in tune with your energies and not those of the collective, feel free to reach out at the information provided in the description box below. I'm going to leave it there. That's going to be it for today. Happy New Year, and as well, I hope you had a good holiday season. Bye now. Love and light.